Hey Aquarius, welcome to your How Do They Feel About You reading. I hope everyone's feeling amazing, happy, safe and well. A massive thank you to all of you tuning in, bringing your beautiful energy, positive vibes, love and support to cell members. I appreciate you, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Andrea. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you find a message within this reading that's helpful for you today. So, how do they feel? What are they thinking? What are they going to do about it? Are all things we're going to be looking at today, Aquarius. And then to close off the reading, I will also pull out some guidance on what your next best move would be, how to best navigate through this space. Of course, if the message fits and resonates for you. So, let's have a look and see. To start off with, who am I connecting with today? Who is this message for? How are you currently feeling about this situation, Aquarius? Patience. And I laugh because I feel that those of you that I'm connecting with are just looking at this card right now, and the message of patience is something that you're finding increasingly difficult. And I'm getting that you've put a lot of energy into bringing this together, into fulfilling, into bringing certain things into fulfillment when it comes to this person. I feel that you have been patient and that you have been very understanding and flexible, and it's starting to wear really, really thin. You're not seeing any results of the efforts that you're making, and you're starting to wonder whether or not you need to redirect your energy. I feel that there is a lot of energy being put into creating what could be with this person, a perspective that you've created, Aquarius, and you're waiting to see whether or not they're going to come to fruition. Because what I'm seeing here is a lady that's sitting at the edge of a well, and it looks like, to me, it feels like a wishing well. And you know, setting out all those intentions when it comes to your love life and when it comes to this person and what could be, and hoping and praying and, you know, trying to bring this into alignment, bring this into fruition has proven to be quite challenging. In fact, I think challenging is a key word here, because the number 23 breaks down to the number 5. And, you know, the number 5 is about transition. It's about challenging times. It's also a highly versatile number, though. A lot can come from this challenging time depending on which path you choose to follow. Number 5 also offers a lot of adventure, and there is a lot of resilience that's built in this space. There's a lot of strength and courage that can come from the number 5, and it gives you the boost and the confidence that you need to meet any challenge that life brings head on, and ultimately free yourself, bring a lot of joy, bring more passion and adventure and excitement into your life. So I feel that the Aquarians that I'm connecting with can see that these are all the juicy possibilities that could come of this, if only something were to happen. And those of you that are resonating with this message, that really hits the nail on the head. That's something that you're waiting on. You know what that is. But let's read the definition from the book. I absolutely love the way Ina Siegel has put these little messages together. She's also got an action to put in place that can help you work through any challenging space, and they're so unbelievably helpful. So patience. You must develop patience in all areas of your life. So at this time for you, Aquarius, when it comes to this relationship or this situationship or whatever the case might be, whatever your story, patience does not mean that you give up and do nothing. On the contrary, you need to be aware of several aspects of the circumstance that you are facing. Patience requires you to stop pushing, rushing, and creating potentially explosive situations. Instead, it asks you to see the bigger picture and become aware of the ingredients that might be missing. If you are impatient with a particular person, instead give them space. Avoid jumping to conclusions and making up dramatic stories about a person or a situation without being aware of all the details. You have an opportunity to let go of judgment. Always look for the truth of the situation, not what someone is saying or doing, but why. Patience can also be connected to a health condition you are recovering from, a new diet or an exercise program you've embarked on, or a new course of study you may have begun. And I feel for you, Aquarius, we're obviously talking about love here, so I think this patience is connected to you giving this person the space. As much as your patience is running thin and you want results today, right now, you've been patient, you've been waiting, you want to see things happen right now, you're really, it's starting to mount, it's starting to build the impatience. You feel like you're going to just explode. Rather than doing that, doing what is so unbelievably counterintuitive, and that is giving it the space that it needs, even more than ever before, and allowing for them to work their way back towards you rather than you telling them how to work their way towards you. One is going to repel, one is going to attract. And I think that's what the key is here. Another message that I'm getting for you, Aquarius, is that understanding where this person is on their journey and what perspective they hold can only be found and can only be identified through that space. If you lean too far in and you blame, or you say this is how I want things to be, or etc., etc., we know how those conversations go, right? What that does is it doesn't open the lines for honest communication, for them to allow themselves to be vulnerable, to speak what they're actually feeling and where they're actually going with this. Instead, what it does is it causes them to withdraw their energy and redirect it without having that conversation. So it does the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. Rather than you trying to get the truth out of them, and rather than you trying to see where they figuring out or having them express where they stand, by leaning too far in, what that will do is it will cause them to hold on tighter to what their truth is. So it is challenging, it is infuriating, it is frustrating, and it's calling for you to do the opposite of what seems to be coming naturally to you right now. I'm getting it. So the action here is focus on one thing at a time. Say to yourself, I accept what is without judgment. I am willing to practice patience and presence. Breathe slowly and deeply while focusing on what is. Be aware of the air hitting your nostrils and lungs. Soften and relax. Be the explorer of the present moment. Discover what is magical, beautiful, and serene in this moment. If you are feeling unwell or stressed, just allow yourself to explore these feelings with the awareness that they will pass. Okay. Nice message for you, Aquarius. What I'm getting for you here is, as infuriating as it might be, a change of approach is calling for you right now. Accepting this person without judgment as they are right now in the present, does that bring you joy? Have a moment to think about that. Does this person bring you joy in the here and now? And if they do, breathe that in, that joy in, focus on that joy, let it expand within you, and accept who they are for what they are, or who they are right here and now. From there, you will notice that you will start to see more of the things that they bring to your life that bring you joy. They may not hold the answers to whatever it is that's causing this impatience, but what they do is they help you focus on the little things that help build the big things. So discovering what is magical and serene and beautiful about this partnership is basically going to encourage this other person to feel safe enough to speak their honest truth. And that way you're going to get the answers that are causing you the impatience. Definitely a different approach. Now, you might find as I'm saying this that, you know what, I don't think so. Maybe that's a sign also. Maybe that's a sign that there is no joy to be had in the now, and that there is you may be needing to take a different path when it comes to love and relationships. Because what you're actually falling in love with, or what you're actually in a relationship with, is a perception of what this could be rather than the reality of it. All right, guys, so that was the message from the book when it comes to this situation. Let's have a look and see now. Let's break this down and see, what is this person thinking? What are they feeling? Now that we know. So, sorry, there are too many cards there, so I'm popping them back in the deck. Yeah, okay. I'm getting that this person lacks a lot of confidence, Aquarius. I'm getting that you're always the instigator. I'm going to take that one and put this one back in the deck. You're always the instigator of direction, of conversation. I feel this person is very laid back and doesn't have the confidence to kind of put plans into place that allows them, that will then in turn, and you know, that in turn means that they will have to plan and execute. They have a lack of confidence in the execution, and I feel this is where you're getting really frustrated and where your patience is wearing thin, because you can't be the one that's planning a future with this person without this person being a part of that plan or taking part in that plan or co-creating. This is a matter of co-creation, right? So there is this energy that's surrounding this person of a lack of confidence, needing a lot of direction, needing a lot of support, and it just means that you know, the weight, the realization that you're carrying this relationship, you are potentially going to have to continue carrying this relationship into the future, is so unbelievably exhausting, right? So they absolutely do have a lot of strong feelings for you, Aquarius. They only feel love. They feel compassion. There is this understanding that you share for them. It is your patience and understanding that really softens the edges for them. They are a very, very sensitive soul. They have been taken advantage of in the past. Their confidence, their confidence and their passion has really taken a hit. They've been, I feel, to some extent abused, and they're feeling very, very raw. This has taken that drive and that passion right out of them. You know, this is going back years and years and years. They are a people pleaser, and they rarely look at what makes them happy because they've never felt important. They never took precedence in anyone's life. And you are so unbelievably powerful. You are empowered. You are insightful. You're strong. You plan and you execute, and you have a lot of passion. You hold space really well for the space that they lack. And I feel that it has a lot to do with the sacral chakra, their place of passion, their feelings of self-worth, even down to their sexuality. So this may really have taken a hit on their divine masculine. So we might have a wounded masculine or a wounded feminine here. And so there is a lot of work that needs to be done. And what they see in you and what they admire in you is what they lack. And you have this ability, this beautiful ability, Aquarius, to soothe them. It's almost like they haven't matured and evolved out of this childlike emotional space that wasn't developed. It was suppressed, and you can see that. But it's increasingly frustrating because you can't plan a future or have them reciprocate in a way that aligns and matches your energy. That's what's frustrating. They may have all the good intentions at heart, but if they're not healed and they're not able to match your energy, how do you have this beautiful exchange of emotion, reciprocation, equality? How do you plan for the future? You are going to end up carrying them because they lack the courage and they lack the self-esteem. Right? So that's what I'm getting here. And these are things that they're starting to see. The things that they admire in you are the things that they lack. And while they love you and they really want to build a future with you, they see that there's a lot of work here that needs to be done, that you've highlighted that. They feel extremely pressured. And the pressure isn't necessarily coming from you, it's coming from them for themselves. So imagine if they're pressuring themselves, if they're finding it difficult to work through this for themselves, when you come to them with wanting explanations, it only causes them to retreat, become anxious, and only causes them to feel even worse about themselves. So they need a lot of healing. A lot of healing needs to be done here. So let's have a look and see. What are they thinking? They want to have an honest conversation with you, Aquarius, about how confused they feel, that they see that there are a lot of choices and opportunities that are completely clear to them on what the two of you could build in the future. They don't feel worthy of you. This is the problem. And they want to have this honest conversation about this lack of worthiness that they feel. And that you don't deserve to be with someone that's not able to reciprocate and that isn't healed. They feel damaged, and that it's for them to heal. You can't carry them through this. It'll only further, it'll only further impede their growth, their strength, their courage. They can't find a way to communicate with you. They're finding it really difficult to find the right words. They're really confused at the moment. They're torn. They want to be with you. They know that they have work to do. There's a lot of negative self-talk. They're going through a challenging time right now, Aquarius, and to you might seem very, very simple. To them, their head is mush. That's what it feels like. It feels like mush. A lot of conflicting thoughts, conflicting emotions. They need time to work through this. And this is a conversation that they may potentially have had with you, and that's where it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Where you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't do this anymore. I can't keep on going through these cycles with this person, right? So if this sounds like your message, Aquarius, and you'd like to know which is the best approach for your specific situation, how do you work through this to bring it back together, or if not, move on and do that by healing, releasing, and letting go of whatever, letting go and moving into the future with positively and healed, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. My contact details are in the description box below. So let's have a look and see what guidance does Spirit have for you. And the card fell on the ground, so give me one moment while I pick it up. Okay. All right. So the best thing to do right now is focus on the here and now. And it's very similar to the message that we were getting from, the message from the book, which is focus on the here and now and what brings you joy in your life. It is in the here and now that you realize how much you have to be grateful for, and you know, the little... Sorry about that interruption, guys. My camera just overheated. It's been going flat out all day today. Yeah, anyway, so focusing on the here and now and staying in the present, very similar to the message we were getting in from the book. You know, what brings you joy with this person? What brings you fulfillment? What goodness do they bring to your life is going to give you a fresh new perspective on a future, what the future looks like. Love is here, Aquarius, whether it's with this person or whether you choose to move into a new direction. Love is here. You have earned it. Spirit is ready to give to you something that is unbelievably healing, that is very fulfilling, that is that matches your energy and that you have been calling on because you have done the work, Aquarius. So right now, what Spirit's message is for you. See if you can find the joy in the day-to-day stuff with this person and run those receipts. That will point you in the direction you need to go in. And have no fear, whatever you decide, what you've been dreaming and calling on is coming for you. Have faith. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a fantastic month and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.